Hi everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out, we finished off Chapter 5 by defeating the Elder Greed and the Witch Elder Greed, and we were able to save all the students who were trapped within the school. And so we start. And so now we're moving on to this chapter, which is this is the chapter 5 side story, which this time will be featuring Shio and Mitsuki. There you go. Fuck, my brain doesn't work completely well at the moment, but yeah. So anyway. So yeah, we're starting off with Shio working in his restaurant, and the food looks actually pretty nice, although it looks a bit flat, shall we say. Looks like a picture of food in bowls, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I mean, considering that it was originally a Vita game, so it doesn't look too bad. I'm sorry, and Shio's getting told off again. Time to move on. So yeah, time to do some deliveries for Shio. So yeah, Shio working way too hard again. Pushing himself way too hard again, as per normal. Kind of. He's learnt a little bit from all the stuff that happened during his chapter with the blaze. I think that was chapter 3. It was either chapter 3 or chapter 4, I think. So he's learnt a little bit from that, but still, you know, feels as if he has to do a lot by himself and he has to push himself way too fucking hard. Still open? What's going on? Yeah, it took him a while. Seriously. Anyway, we're back. There's a customer here to see you? And who the fuck could this be? Hi, Mitsuki. How are you? So yeah, apparently she's coming for some ramen. But, nope. So let's see. Chapter 5 story, Maiden and the Silent Flame. Isn't Shio a gentleman? So yeah, basically this chapter is a bit of because like with the previous side stories, it's pretty much focused on sorry, either focused on the one character and kind of going into a bit more of their backstory or whatever, or it's kind of a what's the word? It's kind of a kind of looks into the relationship between the two characters, if it's like a couple of characters, because that's what kind of happened with Yuki and Sora's side story, where it was more about their relationship and Yuki kind of getting used to it kind of thing. This one is kind of in the middle, where we get a bit of sorry, my throat, sorry. We get a bit backstory into Shio and kind of how he has kind of worked with Mitsuki in the past, And we also learn a little bit about Mitsuki and you know, her backstory a little bit. But it's also kind of like the relationship dynamic that they have, and kind of Shio trying to figure it out a little bit of what the hell their relationship actually is. So yeah, she's come to him basically because there's a weird gate that has appeared out of nowhere, which is very different from the other eclipses that we've dealt with so far. And she wants to kind of deal with it, but she wants somebody else to go with her. And so yeah, they justify it pretty easily. I feel here they actually justify it quite well. That basically, you know, the reason why Mitsuki's group won't deal with it is because Kyoka and the rest of them are all pretty busy with other shit, dealing with the after effects of the witch Elder Greed thing. Hiragi's also off, kind of talking to her superiors and giving them the details about what's just happened and how it got sorted out. And on top of that, it does kind of make sense that Shio would be like, you know, I don't want to worry the others, or I don't want to kind of overwork them and force them into helping us out, especially when they feel as though they're strong enough to kind of deal with it by themselves. So yeah, Mitsuki and Shio are going to team up to deal with this this new weird eclipse which has kind of shown up, and so they're going to meet up tomorrow. And of course, you know, when Mitsuki comes asking for help, she's not sorry, Shio's not going to turn her down, is he? So yeah, the next day in question, the 8th. Sorry about that. There we go. They're meeting up in Hiraicho, and they go to the pawn shop in Hiraicho, which is where the eclipse is supposed to be manifesting itself. So yeah, Taizo we've met before. He is, I think we met him in chapter 2, and basically, sorry. Basically he's the kind of similar to a fair few characters we met up to this point. He's basically a dude who kind of works as a pawn shop, kind of as a front, and basically he kind of, you know, works this as this kind of thing as a front, and basically his main goal is to kind of help the underground deal with the eclipse by giving them, you know, information and that kind of shit. So yeah, in the back of the store, basically this kind of gateway has started to form, and so he's asked Mitsuki to kind of come and look at it and try and deal with it. And of course, Kyoka has to ring at this moment. What's going on now? So yeah, you can tell that kind of Mitsuki has kind of a load of different things in the background, as per usual. And the Hokuto Scion. And yeah, and apparently Taizo knows a lot about her. So yeah, we kind of get a bit more information here about Mitsuki, kind of on her persona as the White Maiden, is kind of what she's known as in the underground. Yeah, Taizo kind of reads Shio's mind here, basically kind of saying that Shio kind of thinks of her as kind of like an enigma, kind of like a, you know, a character that he can't really get his head around. But here we have some information. The incident 3 years ago. There was an incident 3 years ago which involved Shio's group Blaze, and she kind of helped them out to kind of deal with the problems that they were having, which would have caused a lot of issues for the town. So she worked closely with them, and in particular with Kazuma, obviously Shio's best mate and the original leader of Blaze. And Taizo's kind of pointing something out here that he kind of thinks of. So yeah, he's kind of getting to the point here that basically basically how he chooses to, you know, what he thinks of her and how he believes she actually is kind of up to Shio. And that if he wants to see her as kind of this calculating if he wants to see her as kind of this calculating kind of enigmatic kind of character, then that's really up to her. Then that's really up to him. And that maybe he should be trying to get to know, you know, talk to her more and kind of work out what she actually is. And maybe he shouldn't be so judgmental, I guess, is the whole point that Taizo was trying to make there. My apologies. But enough about that now. It's something that I kind of like, that basically there seems to be this kind of stigma that he has about Mitsuki because of his interactions with her when she helped out the, you know, Blaze to deal with the problem they had 3 years ago, and kind of sees her as a bit of a scary unknown quantity, and that maybe, you know, Taizo's kind of pointed out the fact that maybe instead of just writing her off as that, maybe you should actually, you know, talk to her and get to know her so that you don't actually lose your mind, as it were. So anyway, yeah. So for this Eclipse, we're stuck with Shio and Mitsuki. To be honest, it's not really too much of a problem because, you know, Shio is a bit of a powerhouse character, and his long range, you know, he causes some fucking damage. Whether it be close up or whether he uses long range, I mean, look at that shit. He's so strong. And then Mitsuki has a really powerful, kind of long range game as well. So, both of them are pretty much. Motherfucker. Both of them are pretty strong. So basically this area is kind of similar to other areas that we've seen before. Shit. Go away. It has a similar aesthetic in terms of... Damn it! Got poisoned. How the walls look to one of the earliest eclipses that we dealt with kind of in the game. Kind of a similar look, and it has... it's also not particularly difficult to traverse. This area is pretty fucking straightforward. Damn it! Fuck you. You're gonna die because of that. So yeah, it basically, to get from the beginning of it to the end of it is pretty comfortable. It basically is. Oh wow, that did nothing. Fuck you. But yeah, basically the side, it's basically a pretty straightforward path, but with a few side areas to pick up extra goodies and stuff. So it's not really a difficult, a particularly tricky area to go through. But then again, when it comes to the side stories, I don't think they are particularly difficult. They're pretty straightforward in terms of what you have to do and where you have to go. So it's really, you know, not a problem at all. Like I said, the most annoying part of it is this kind of, well, almost died. But yeah, the most annoying, the only part which is kind of, oh shit, Mitsuki, do your thing. The only thing which is annoying about it is the poison water, and once you've kind of, you know, it's a hazard which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but not all that difficult to deal with. Got him. All right. You're annoying. Go die. Thank you. More shit. Oh, avoid that. The red stuff that thing spits is causes damage on contact, but it also causes you to be burnt, I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, be careful. So yeah, don't get hit by it. It's a bit of a, it'll be a bit of a pain. Breath potion 2 times 2. That's pretty useful. And let's pick up more shit. A star truffle. That sounds interesting. Damn it! I got fucking caught out again. Yeah, here I'm just getting straight. Time to die. There we go. And I know I don't like kind of what's the word? I don't like kind of waiting around. What am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, I have to use the potion, the antidote, to kind of because I was stunned. Go fuck yourself. I tend to not want to get rid of it unless it's hampering my ability to, you know, because there's paralysis, which is a pretty. There you go. Yeah, I get flamed. Yeah, the only status effects which I really have to get rid of immediately. Yeah, this is the way forward. The only ones that I use as status effects to move forward. Yeah, in order to go that way. What am I doing? Am I going back? Yeah, I think I'm saying fuck it. Let's leave it. Let's just get this done. So yeah. But they're pretty much the only status effects which I really bother to get off because you can't move. So you kind of have to if you want to stick with that character. And even then I sometimes just switch characters and leave it. Just because I get a bit frustrated by it. Just because it just takes time to go into the menu and use a recovery item to get rid of it, so it's just, you know, pain in the arse. And a bit slower, so, you know, I don't really give a fuck. Moving on. Damn it, wow, I got juggled there for a minute. What am I doing? Oh, and boom. Nice and easy, baby. Like I said, Shio does a fuck ton of damage. Oh, look at all these. Look at all these gems. So much money. My apologies. Fucking hell. Yeah, these things are kind of a bit of a joke. Because, yeah, they can damage you. But, I mean, look at that. Just the amount of damage that Shio can do is ridiculous. Alright. Let's hit this switch. And now we can move on. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I was just checking. I've already been down there. There's no need. Down those two areas. There's no need to. Yeah, that's the only thing about Shio which is a bit of a pain, is that he hits like a fucking truck. But sorry. Yeah, so Shio hits like a truck, but he is the speed at which he hits is so fucking slow. So it can be a bit of a pain in the ass in that regard. Plus Shio doesn't move particularly quickly as well, which is something else which I don't like. But whatever. We're done. S rank, baby. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Time for the boss. But first, let's have a bit of a chat. Go on, Shio and Mitsuki, have a bit of a chat. Really? And I really think she could have handled this all by herself. I don't. Yeah. So many fire enemies, she would have struggled. And I think this is the first time we get to learn the name of her soul device, which is Mystic Node. Yep, and she's been pushing herself a little bit too hard. Trying to, you know, make a name for herself and make it easier for the Hokuto group and for her grandfather in particular. So yeah, she's getting a bit tired, but she's like, no, we need to keep going. We need to finish this off as soon as possible. And so that we can keep people safe. Yeah, and I like this from Shio here. You know, where he kind of it shows that he's, you know, that he has had a bit of character development from when we first met him. You know, the fact that, you know, only one person can only do so much, that you can't really do everything all by yourself. And the fact is that Mitsuki doesn't have to do everything by herself, at least with regards to the Eclipse, because she's got a lot of people around her, like, you know, Ko and the rest of them, that basically, you know, basically that have her back and will help her out no matter what. All she has to do is kind of ask. And we have a nice bit, you know, a bit of a nice moment between Shio and Mitsuki there, where she kind of reveals as well that at that time 3 years ago he thought of her as such like a badass and kind of scary and easy, you know, scary person to deal with, when in reality she was kind of struggling to help out as well, you know, and that she's a lot more capable than she was back then. So now it's time to take on the boss. Yeah, this boss is a bit of a pain. Kind of similar to, I think, a previous boss. So he'll go underground, and when he goes underground, you can't fucking hit him. So try and hit him before he goes underground. He also has an ability which can trap you in place. And he also delivers some pretty big hits onto you. Like, he causes a pretty good amount of damage. So, basically the best thing to do is to just try and avoid all the moves that he tries to put down. Just, try and avoid as much as possible. Shio's not the best for this. And then just try and use... damn it. Fuck you. And try and use your special abilities as much as possible. Try not to get hit by his abilities too much. It's just basically, with this guy, it's employing a lot of dodging and being a bit patient with him. A Dark Souls type approach where, dodge all the shit that he throws at you, and just hit him with your biggest attacks as often as you can to whittle his health as quickly as possible. First time I fought him, I think it was I had to use a lot of healing items. It took, it was a pretty difficult boss the first time I played the game, so. But I guess it makes sense because, we're... I think there are like... a good, maybe only 3 to 4 chapters left. So it's really not that. So we're really well over the halfway point at this point, so, we're approaching the latter stages. Yeah, and I like that. Taizo kind of says, shady old bastard. Yeah, he kind of got to the heart of Shio there, that he kind of maybe has more feelings for Mitsuki than he's letting on. Kind of thing, which I kind of like. Yes, she has a fuck ton on her plate still to go, but, That is something that I think that they do a lot with her character, which I don't. Which I would have liked to have more answers with by the end of the game, to be fair. They kind of play it up as she has all these kind of things going on in the background that... meaning, with the Eclipse and outside of the Eclipse, which, require her attention a lot of the time. I would have liked it by the end of the game if we had learned a lot more about the kind of shit that she has to deal with, but we never do. But it is a pretty nice little side chapter where Mitsuki and Shio get a bit more closer, and Shio gets a bit starts to understands her a little bit more, shall we say. But anyway, that's it for this part. Join me next time when we'll be beginning. We won't be beginning chapter 6, but we've got another side chapter to do, and this side chapter is one of the longest ones in the game. It's basically like a midway point to kind of set up what the next section of the main story is going to be taking. So join me next time when we'll be beginning the biggest side chapter of the game. See you next time.